Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota. We're here to support you in finding a personal relationship with the God of your understanding and in discovering what you already know. My name is Jim Grove, a licensed spiritual practitioner here at the center, and I greet you with Namaste. Namaste is Sanskrit and means the divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Let's begin by affirming our vision and mission statements. The words can be seen on your screen. Please feel free to read aloud with me. First, our vision: empowering spiritual growth as a loving, inclusive, worldwide community. And now our mission: we teach science of mind principles and other life-affirming spiritual truths. We explore, we learn, we grow, we connect, honoring all paths to God. We offer in-person and online weekly services, classes, workshops, affirmative prayer and support, and other spiritual tools. We create opportunities for joyful social connection, community outreach, and service. And we celebrate the awakening of our innate spiritual magnificence. And now, as we move into our time of prayer and meditation, I invite you to relax, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing in this now moment. Settle into your inner stillness as J. Poindexter and Bob Teesdale set the tone for us with a chant entitled, "I Am So Blessed" by Karen Drucker.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
I am indeed blessed beyond measure. God, by whatever name, Spirit, Life, the Infinite, has poured itself into its creation, of which I am part. I am amazed by the grandeur and beauty of nature. There is an opulence and lavishness evident everywhere. God holds nothing back from its expression in physical form, and that includes me. I lift my cup to receive the abundance of the universe, and it is filled to overflowing. There is always more than enough to go around, not only for me, but for everyone. As I receive the richness of God's blessings, I am naturally inspired to give back to life and so become part of the never-ending cycle of good. God is more than enough to meet any need, circumstance, or desire, and I am more than enough. I give thanks for knowing this spiritual truth, and I claim it for myself and all others now hearing my voice. I release my word to the law of good and know that it does not return to me void, but goes forth to accomplish that for which it is spoken. With confidence and a firm sense of expectancy that my good is at hand, I gratefully say, and so it is. Today, the message by our spiritual leader, Reverend Karen Wolfson, is the final part of her series entitled More Than Enough. If you missed the first two parts, you can find them on our Facebook page or on the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota YouTube channel. But before we hear from Reverend Karen, I'm pleased to welcome back Jay Poindexter, accompanied by Bob Teesdale, to sing Empty by Daniel Namot. Welcome, Jay and Bob.
Nothing to say, nowhere to go, nothing to do. I have no promises to make, no one to know, nothing to prove. It's a strange sort of existence. Somehow it seems so true. The only thing I really know is that I don't know a thing. The only sound that I hear now is the silence when I sing. The only sight my eyes can see is the darkness of my dreams. This is how I'm born to be empty. I know nothing is wrong, nothing is right. All is in all right now. Everything's gone, ambition and fight, no expectations at all. It's a new kind of intention, but somehow it seems so right. The only thing I really know is that I don't know a thing. The only sound that I hear now is the silence when I sing. The only sight my eyes can see is the darkness of my dreams. This is how I'm born to be. I'd be perfectly fine if I stayed this way forever. Nothing on my mind, and I've never felt better. The only thing I really know is that I don't know a thing. The only sound that I hear now is the silence when I sing. The only sight my eyes can see is the darkness of my dreams. This is how I'm born to be. This is how I'm born to be. This is how I'm born to be. Empty.
Thank you. Thank you, Jay and Bob. And special thanks to Bob for the lovely America the Beautiful video he created as a prelude to our service today. We're blessed by so much talent. And today, Jay along with Bob and that song, Empty. Those lyrics, empty, and I've never felt better. Well, today is the final in my trilogy all about more than enough. And so that song, Empty, well, you may be thinking, come on, that doesn't seem to bear any resemblance to the theme of more than enough. In fact, it seems like a direct contradiction. Well, you know, that is often the nature of spiritual truths, spiritual principles. They're paradoxical. Seemingly contradictory, but underneath there's a truth that hits home. So actually, the emptiness that Jay sang about is right in line with the truth that in this infinite universe, there is more than enough of whatever you and I need. When I first heard that song many years ago, it was to me the most stunning and actually soothing wake-up to the unending support by the infinite for its beloved creation. That song, in its purity and simplicity, assumes the sweet sufficiency and satisfaction of enough. So, by the way, we'll talk about that in a moment more. But by the way, if you missed the past 2 Sundays on More Than Enough, you can find them on our Facebook page and our YouTube page, our YouTube channel. Now, I have something special to share with you. This is the time of year when so many graduations are happening, and our Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota also has a graduating class to celebrate. So I want to give a big shout out to celebrating the graduates of the class, Your Bigger Life, How to Use the Law of Mental Equivalence. Tina Balderrama, Jerry Bateman, Harvey Kelsis, Ann Moore, and Tina Zwinger. Those were the graduates. And I want to say to you, devoting your time, attention, and dedication to this study for the past 5 weeks demonstrates your genuine commitment to your spiritual growth and deepening. And I want you to know the impact of your collective high spiritual consciousness is a tremendous gift to our Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota. You are a vibrant part of the heartbeat of our spiritual community simply by having stepped up to expanding your own experience of God by means of your bigger life. And kudos to your incredible teacher, Kathleen Frankert. Her fervent dedication to her own spiritual growth and role as spiritual practitioner and teacher is so magnificent. She walks her talk, and she inspires me time and time again. I know she devoted 200% of her loving care and wisdom to each of you and to your class experience. So congratulations to all of you. And now let's check in with each other. How has your week been? I am so happy knowing you're out there each week. It's been a long time now. And believe me, I love knowing you're out there. You know, in the days between these weekly times together, you are in my thoughts, and I'm wondering, how are you getting along? What's going on in your life? Of course, your emails and notes often do let me know some of that. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, we enjoy your letting us know where you are and, of course, the comments you leave. And to you, our team of financial contributors, you continue to be an absolutely essential part of all that makes it possible for us to share our message, our caring, and connection. I am touched beyond measure by your generosity, so thank you for standing by us. And thank you all for joining with us today. You know, as I think of you, I continue to affirm and see you as vibrantly healthy and abundantly supported in every way, with more than enough. So, speaking of more than enough, how often do we lament, I don't have enough time, or money, or opportunities, or resources, or, think of it, how different our days, our life experience, and our world would be if we could view everything through the lens of there is enough, there is more than enough. We're so conditioned to gauge enoughness according to appearances, according to what we see all around us, to what we can quantify, that we forget that there is so much more than meets the eye. Now, in the first part of this series, I posed the question, what is the basis of such a daring and bodacious perspective that there's more than enough? And I answered it with one word, infinite. The nature of the Creator, God, by whatever name, it is infinite, beyond limits. And because it's infinite, there is nothing else but it, you and I, are creations of this infinite allness, out of itself. This includes everything. There has to be more than enough. And then last week I had the audacity to suggest there's only one thing you need. If you remember, I said you need an idea. That's right, one word, an idea. And you combine idea with infinite and, well, anything is possible. And in this universe, the number of ideas is infinite, and those ideas are looking for you. So today, I'm wrapping it all up with this. Sufficiency plus satisfaction equals enough. And in a way, you may not have realized from sufficiency and satisfaction, you are actually positioning yourself for more than enough. Now, this was inspired by two books that I found to be so grounding and inspiring for several years. One of them is Enough Already by Alan Cohen, and A Life of Being and Doing and Having Enough by Wayne Muller. And the theme of these books is less is more. Yep, less is more. Now, I mentioned sufficiency, a concept that is so underrated because, well, we're conditioned to chase more and more and more. But the brilliance of sufficiency means you have exactly what you need of anything at any time. An example is breathing. All you and I can inhale is one breath at a time. And yet it is the fundamental activity of our entire life. We take one breath as we're born and start on our journey, one breath at a time, all life long, and then that journey ends with our last single breath. That is sufficiency. Nature doesn't fill our lungs with all the air we might need for our entire life. I mean, that would be beyond silly. It would be fatal. One breath at a time. The Bible has many references to sufficiency, even though Jesus, the master teacher, proclaimed, "I have come that you might have life abundantly." Life, abundant aliveness is what he was saying. And aliveness is about qualities of peace and joy and creativity and wisdom and so much more. But we mistakenly think that it means the more the better, often to the point of excess. And there are so many examples of the diminishing returns that occur when we're in constant pursuit of more, and that sense of, there is never enough. There's always a seduction of more. As someone has said, you can never get enough of all the things you don't need. Now, in the Lord's Prayer, Jesus, the master teacher, said, "Give us this day our daily bread, no more, no less." And he was referencing the Old Testament story of the Israelites when they escaped from Egypt and wandered in the desert, having had no time to pack a large supply of food, and God sent manna from heaven, as the story goes. Each day, just enough for the day, for 40 years. And this manna, was highly perishable, and it wouldn't keep overnight. And if anyone tried to take more than they needed for a day's supply, well, it would spoil and it would become inedible. Why? Because this was a call to trust. Tomorrow there will be more. And that was the lesson they most needed to learn if they were to make it into the promised land. And this story, as a matter of fact, appears in many spiritual scriptures and traditions. And it's always presented as an invitation to trust the infinite for whatever is needed each day. Sufficiency. Even the 12-step recovery program has at its core the practice of one day at a time for maintaining sobriety. What a relief. As an alcoholic and newcomer to my own journey of 12-step recovery more than 40 years ago, I can tell you that one day at a time was a lifesaver. I would not even consider committing to a lifetime of sobriety. I could barely envision a week or a month. But one day at a time, 40 plus years later, here it is, and here I am. So grateful, so grateful. Now, I came across an article that caught my attention. Living without money in Australia. And the article is reminiscent of Peace Pilgrim, who spent decades walking the United States for peace, vowing to carry nothing and to trust that all her needs would be met. And they were. Food and shelter and more. Now, this article was a compelling story about a couple named Mary and Alan, and here it is in their own words. They wrote, "We have been traveling without money for over 20 years. We gave away everything. We lived with no money. We walked until we were offered shelter, and we fasted until we were fed. Traveling with just one bag carrying 2 pairs of knickers and 2 t-shirts was a challenge. The government insisted we take our pensions. That would be like Social Security in that country. So we took that, and then we gave it all away because we didn't need it. Everything we have is given to us because we give. But we don't give expecting, we just give." So we presented workshops and personal sessions around the world, and we never announced beforehand that we would work for no money. We allowed them to give us money, and then we would say, "It's all yours. Look for a deserving family or project." It was Polish money, it was Indian money, it was whatever country we were in. It belonged to them. We didn't need it. Amazing, amazing. Now, I'm not sure I'm willing to pare down my wardrobe to a couple pair of knickers and then travel the world. But I love this stark example of the power of trusting. Now, of course, your idea of sufficiency, of enough, is likely different from that of anyone else. There's no set gauge, not one size fits all. Wayne Muller in his book says, enough is not a fixed quantity or measure. In fact, he says, enough is a verb. Of course, at any moment of your day or of your life, enough or sufficiency is going to be different. And here is the simple key point of this. Enough is ultimately an inside job. It's an inside job. And when we're seduced by the outer noise of not enough, that you're lacking in whatever the latest product or practice has to offer, you know what? You're caught in the never-ending pursuit of more, never satisfied. And that is the very thing that depletes us. And that's not the life abundant that Jesus promised. So sufficiency means enough. It is grounded in recognizing God, Spirit, the One, infinite, is your source. And knowing what is enough for you is an inside job. Dr. Petra Weldis, who is the co-director of the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas, wrote this. She said, when you stop quantifying how spirit is supposed to show up in your life, and instead you recognize it, you'll see that life supports you wherever you are on your journey, whether in the wilderness or in a temple. All you need is always available. If you can give up quantifying how it's supposed to be and instead be aware of how it is showing up. Try that this week. And here's the clincher. Here's your takeaway. Your enough, your sufficiency is always in the present moment, here and now. If you think about it, when we feel lack, that feeling of lack shows up when our attention drifts to the past or to the future. Think about that. Now, Ernest Holmes, the architect of our teaching, wrote, Spirit, infinite, exists independent of time and space. All of it exists as the immediate now. It does not know time. It knows only completion, the answer. And that is why it is written, before you call, I will answer. Before you call, I will answer. Now, remember I said that sufficiency plus satisfaction equals enough? Well, consider this example of satisfaction. You can relate, I'm sure. At a good meal, we equate enough with feeling satisfied, not with a quantity, not with how much food was on the table, but with how we ate and were satisfied. And when we are joyous and happy, growing, we are satisfied and fulfilled, and that satisfaction is enough. That, along with the recognition of sufficiency, is the life abundant that the Master Teacher Jesus promised. Ernest Holmes wrote, there is a presence inspiring, guiding, and sustaining me. Upon this presence I place my reliance, my trust. This infinite creativity is always bringing complete satisfaction into my experience. Whatever belongs to me must come to me because of this infinite intelligence that is within me now. I recognize my good. And one more thing. After all this, you know, it is okay to have wealth and to have lots of stuff. Your experience of more than enough, your bigger life, can certainly include material abundance. Alan Cohen wrote, stuff is fun and stuff is cool. The question is, do you own your stuff or does your stuff own you? It's as simple as, don't wait for more to make you happy. Attract more by being happy. The law of consciousness is consistent. An abundance mentality attracts more, and a lack mentality attracts something's missing. So the bottom line, just as I talked about last week, it is a consciousness, a recognition of enough, of abundant aliveness and of satisfaction that attracts more than enough. Sufficiency and satisfaction. And now Jay is going to sing a song that was written by Bob especially for this message. And that'll anchor that whole idea of satisfaction with you. The title of it is May You Be Satisfied. Enjoy, and I'll see you soon.
May all your needs be more than met. May all your dreams come true. And may all the love that comes your way be more than enough for you. Should you ever fear the hunger, may you know God will provide. May you always see your blessings, and may you be satisfied. 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 May you fill your cup with God's abundant love. Let your heart be satisfied. May your heart find peace and contentment with the gifts that you've been given. May you find great joy in the simple things that makes your life worth living. May you find work that fulfills you. May your purpose lift you up. May you find your place among us and know that you are loved. Satisfied. Satisfied. May you fill your cup with God's abundant love. Let your heart be satisfied. 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 May you fill your cup with God's abundant love. Let your heart be satisfied. Let your heart be satisfied. And may you be satisfied. May you be satisfied. May you know peace and ease and contentment. May you be ruled by joy in everything. May you be satisfied.
Thank you, Jay and Bob, for your musical compliment to Reverend Karen's inspirational message about how there is always more than enough, and we are always more than enough. Now, as we move into our time of offering, I want to let you know that here at the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota, we're available to support you in knowing the power and presence of your spiritual essence. We offer prayer support, inspiration, encouragement, and opportunities for virtual community and connection. And we're so grateful for your generous financial support of this center that allows us to support you. There are 3 easy ways to share your offering. On your screen, you'll see our website, which is www.cslsarasota.com, where you can choose a couple of options. You can select the donate button, which allows you to contribute via PayPal or by credit card. Or you can mail a check to our address. You can also set up automatic contributions through your own online banking. And now I invite you to place your hand over your heart as you reflect on your gift, blessing it as you share it. And know this with me: my gift goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper, and the divine flow returns it to me, multiplied abundantly. And now please join me in our offering affirmation on your screen. I give thanks that I may share of my good, my love, and my support. Thank you. Do you need prayer support? If so, I'd like to draw your attention to the green prayer request button. We invite you to use this feature to send us your request. Our 4 licensed spiritual practitioners, Kathleen Frankert, Ron Frost, Jaron Nelson, and me, are available to know and affirm spiritual truth with and for you in whatever challenge you may be experiencing. We are also available for 1-hour spiritual coaching sessions by appointment. These sessions offer the opportunity to explore a deeper understanding and practical application of the spiritual truth that transcends your problem or challenge. For more information, check our website under the staff link at the left side of the screen and then select practitioners. Here on our website, you can also sign up to receive our weekly email newsletter. Please also check out our Facebook page for posts about upcoming events. I have a few announcements for you this morning. First, next Sunday, June 6th, we'll be holding our monthly virtual social connection hour via Zoom called Coffee and Chat at 11 a.m. Eastern after the service. The Zoom link will be in our newsletter that will be emailed this week, on our website and on the Facebook page. We hope you'll join us for some catching up. Next, CSL Sarasota has been hosting a free workshop series entitled Healthy Mind plus a Healthy Body equals a Healthy Life. The first workshop by Dr. Harvey Kaltsis entitled In the Flow, and the second workshop by Dr. Lisa Lassard entitled Creating an Effective Habitual Thought Foundation can be viewed here on Facebook or on our YouTube channel. The next workshop will feature one of our own spiritual practitioners, Ron Frost, with his presentation entitled Getting Unstuck, the Keys to Unlocking Your True Potential, on Saturday, June 19th at 10 a.m. Eastern. This workshop will be presented via Zoom and will help you tap into a deeper sense of purpose and how that purpose aligns with your innate gifts, dreams, and goals. It will also empower you with the mindset, tools, and practices to produce those positive outcomes in your life. Ron is a sought-after motivational speaker and consultant with expertise and insights gained in a long career traveling across 4 continents, serving as a business consultant, sales trainer, and coach. He is also the author of a book entitled Getting Unstuck. You can sign up for this workshop through the link in our e-newsletter, on our website, or on Facebook. We hope you'll take advantage of these amazing opportunities for spiritual growth. Also, we have prayer and inspiration support for you 24/7. It's called Pop-Up Prayers and is available on Facebook or our YouTube channel. Each week, Jaron Nelson, one of our spiritual practitioners, posts a short inspirational message and affirmative prayer on a different topic. Check out the library of messages for many topics that address virtually any intention you have or challenge you may be facing. Jaron has a prayer for that. And finally, just a reminder that our Spiritual Living Circle meets via Zoom every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. to discuss an article from the current month's Science of Mind magazine. This week, we'll be discussing the article by Ernest Holmes in the June issue. If you would like to participate, please email me at the address shown on your screen, and I'll send you the conference invitation along with the article and discussion guide. Now, as we conclude this sacred time together, let us move forward into the week ahead with a firm faith and conviction that God is more than enough to handle any situation and that we are also more than enough. Now, I invite you to listen or join in singing our closing song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Thank you for being with us and have a great week, everyone.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God our together in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my sign.